Fans of the Horus Heresy, thank you very much for joining me for another review in my series looking at alternative models for use in Horus Heresy games and specifically the Militia lists. As I've talked about before, I'm looking at models outside of the main Forge World and Games Workshop ranges to put units together that can be part of a Survivors of the Dark Age of Technology force. You'll have seen some of my other reviews of these products, and there's one thing that's a bit harder to address in the infantry where I've found quite a lot of variety so far, and that is of tanks, and in particular heavy tanks. So I've been doing quite a lot of research on the internet, just looking around, searching to see what there is, and I stumbled across something that instantly caught my eye, and it is this kit here, and this is the E.F.G.F M61A5 main battle tank. I don't know the genre, so perhaps some of you guys could tell me which particular anime this was from. This is a 1/35th scale kit and it's manufactured by Bandai. I saw this and there are quite a lot of reviews around on the internet of it, but it instantly caught my attention. It's supposed to be a push fit kit, so no glue is generally required. There's a little bit of glue required, but in general it's a push fit kit. And what grabbed me really is the incredibly futuristic design, yet still relatable to, shall we say. And we've got this big main battle tank. The turret has got a pair of anti-tank rifles mounted in it. And I thought, when I was looking at this, I thought, either a Macarius Vanquisher tank or possibly some variant on a Baneblade here, and using, to use this in a Survivors of the Dark Age force as some sort of super heavy option. That's my thinking here. And to be honest also, it's one of those things, I saw it and I really like the look of it. It's been a long time since I've done a military plastic model, and although this is science fiction, the actual style of model is very much in the style of, let's say if you built anything by Tamiya, Hasegawa, or anything like Dragon or Trumpeter, it's that style plastic model. So yeah, so that's a quick overview of what it is. What did this cost? This cost me £97, so expensive for a plastic kit, but compared to, bearing in mind we're talking about comparing it against Forge World models, the price point is actually fine. Yeah, and that's good. And these are quite hard to get hold of in the UK. I actually got this from a store called Japan Cool that specialise in Gundam and other anime robotics, and they were able to order it in for me, and it cost, as I say, it was £97, which is actually a really good price compared to Amazon and eBay sellers, and then all the tax was dealt with an import issue, so that was straightforward, and got it in a week, so I was pleased. I'm quite pleased with that. Right, so that's the overview of what it is. I'm going to change the camera angle now to look down on this because this is a big kit, and then we'll get it out the box. Okay, so here we are with our eagle eye view of the M61A5 main battle tank box. So yeah, great cover art. And the artist who's been commissioned to do this has actually done a lot of the military models military model art that features on the front of Tamiya kits in particular. I recognise his style or her style from Tamiya kits. So yeah, great picture. I love the cover art. And it looks futuristic, but then you've got this Gundam suit in the back that just adds to the effect. So let's open this up. How big is this box? This box must be about over a foot. I think it's about a foot this way and probably about 45 centimeters this way. So this is a big box. Okay, so we've got a whole host of plastic sprues and an instruction booklet. This is all in Japanese, so I might need to do a little bit of scouting around for some English advice on doing this if there's any tricky bits. I'm guessing this is talking about the role in the anime, and I think this looks like some sort of platoon design, so perhaps it's 3 Gundam suits and 1 Hardgraph tank. You also get some crew figures as well. And then you get this nice, this is very nice, a colour fold out section as well, giving you some painting ideas as well. You know what this really reminds me of? this takes me back to my childhood. Years and years, I mean, I don't know, when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, I can remember my father bought me a Macross Destroyed kit by M.I., and this is, you know, this is very much in the same style as that. It really does bring back that memory. So let's have a look. So it's quite a large instruction booklet. Well, looks very very well turned out. Rubber tracks. I'm going to work on this as if I'm going to approach this to construct it push fittings. I think that's what it's supposed to do, and then if I come to any bits that I can tell aren't going to hold, then I'll glue them. And then there's, oh yeah, that looks like we got some etched metal parts as well. It's going to do the floor of the turret basket as well. Again, nice feature. You know, tanks need storage. And the turret's going to rotate as well and be removable. Very fine details. Look at the these use of the etched metal parts on the smoke dispensers. That's very neat. So instructions look good. Let's take a look at some of these components. Now you might struggle a little bit to see this because it's in its packaging, but the detail is excellent. It looks really a really well turned out kit, this. Interesting, we've got some gear tooth on that. I wonder if that's been done to give you the option to put a motor in the model to rotate the turret. And you've got some sort of like grip panels that are being moulded onto the surface of the tank as well, like rough areas for the crew to walk on. So this is the top of the turret. Cool. These vents, I wonder if they're cooling vents. Or maybe these are, I wonder if these are ammo case ejector ports from when the main gun fires. This is, I guess, the first of 2 assemblies for the anti-tank rifles, the main cannons. The parts look very sharply moulded. Yeah, looks really good. Some, what do you call these? Are these polycaps? I think they're polycaps, yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure what they're going to be used in. Maybe these are going to be in the running gear to allow the wheels to turn. If it's a kit, yeah. I mean, this all looks very neat and impressive. It's going to be quite different putting together this kit. I've not done one of these in a good while, and particularly seeing how this whole push fit construction technique works. I mean, I've not built a Bandai model before. However, when I was researching this and looking around, doing my little bit of looking for sci-fi tanks, and I read some reviews of this and other Bandai kits, they've got a very high, and I'll probably say seems to be a rather enviable reputation in the community for quality, for high quality products, and a clever push fit system. It's got some details in a different colour here. I mean, we've got like the light machine gun for the cupola and a heavy machine gun there for light anti-aircraft, some pistols. So these seem like tank and figure accessories. There's a set of decals there to add to the tank. What's next? Right, so this is a sprue of persons. Look at this 3-colour sprue. So we've got a red beret, so very British Army paratrooper. We've got the body in this dark earth brown, and then we've got the exposed parts of the body in this sort of flesh colour. That's I've not seen that before. That's a fascinating approach. I guess that's there to make this look pretty good without painting it. So I've got the first sprue here of a running gear. We've got oh, this is nice. We've got a nylon cord here, so this is going to be that's going to make up some of the detail, I guess, unless it's got a functional role in the kit. And a second set of running gear as well. I'm quite excited to build this, as it's not supposed to use any glue, so I'm really intrigued by this whole concept. And there's a second of the anti-tank rifles for the main gun turret. What's next? Right, next up we have the what do we have? We have the floor of the tank, so the underside of the hull. That's very nice, and very nice detailing on that. And then there's a green bag here with, it looks like there's some steel rods in it. So perhaps that's going to be, I wonder if that's part of a running gear. Maybe those might be axles for the sprocket and idler wheel. I wonder if that could be the case there. And the next sprue is, we have the rubber tracks. This brings back memories of making Tamiya models, gosh. The rubber tracks go. And then some additional parts that look like the external armour sections of the vehicle, and that's a frame of a turret basket at the back of a turret. And again, all over these, you've got these sort of like rough walk areas that have been modelled in. Such precise moulding. It's, yeah, fantastic detailing. I guess the next thing is, yeah, what to use this as? Well, I think it's just a fun. It's going to be a fun display model to do, but I'm thinking of a super heavy on the tabletop for the survivors of the dark age of technology somehow. Well, to be honest, it could probably sneak into the solar auxilia. Then we've got a sprue of clear parts. So this looks like the viewports and periscopes for the cupola ring. Or maybe this is a driver's equivalent, and then there's a few other lights and perhaps targeting lenses as well in there. And then finally, we have a sheet of etched metal parts as well. And this has been nicely packaged. This has been mounted on a sheet of fairly sturdy card to hold it flat. It's been put in the box at the bottom of the box to make sure there's no in-transit damage occurring. So that is a nice attention to detail there from a quality protection point of view. There you go. So we've got an empty box now. So let's bring the cover back. There you go. That is the E.F.G.F M61A5 main battle tank Hardgraph by Bandai. What a fascinating looking kit and model. So this is going to be fun to build, and I'll see. I might try shoot a bit of time lapse for building this, although I'm not promising that, because as my first outing into building a push fit kit like this, it might take me a little bit more time to do so. It might not time lapse as well, but if I don't do that, I will certainly come back and do a review of completed model and share my thoughts, and I'll do some size comparisons against some Forge World and Games Workshop kits as well. I'll be interested to hear what you think of this model, your thoughts on it. I think that's all I have for now. I hope you've enjoyed that unboxing review. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.